Nomad the Nomadic.
Hey YouTube, I'm Nomadikh, and this is episode number 3 of MPC School. Today we're going to be talking about loading and saving samples, messing around with the MPC a little bit. So yeah, this is a pretty exciting episode because we're going to get started with like the aerial view of the MPC, so let's get to it. Alright, so initially we're going to get started with loading up some samples. So let's fire it up and the switch in the back. J Dilla, rest in peace. Alright, so before we can do anything, you need to load sounds into the MPC, because with no sounds, the MPC is a brick. It's not going to do anything. It's a sampler, so all it does is handle audio and manipulate it in its own way. So let's start by loading up some samples. Before I get into that though, this is the main screen right here. This is the first screen you're going to see as soon as you turn it on. Now, there's a bunch of things in here that I'll explain in future videos, but essentially just recognize this as the main screen. You can return to the main screen by pushing main right there. It'll take you right back to it. So anyways, let's load up some samples. So in order to do that, you push mode, so it lights up, and if you look above all the pads, there's second screens that you can go to. So I'm going to tap the one that says load. So now we're going to go into the load screen, and as you can see on the left, I'm loading from the memory card. I have a memory card in here. That's where I keep all my sounds. Now, the memory card is my hard disk. Think of it as the location where I have everything saved. The thing that you need to realize about the MPC is that there's a difference between your hard disk and your RAM, which is your memory. Basically, the way it works is that whenever you load sounds off of your hard disk, which is my memory card, you load those sounds that you want into your memory. Think of your memory as like a platform almost. You take your sounds, you load it onto your memory, and what happens is when you turn off the device, your memory gets cleared. So you want to make sure that whenever you load anything into the MPC, you save it before you turn off the device, or you're going to lose everything that you made. So with that said, let's go into drums. So by scrolling through this, you can use the wheel, or you can use up and down. So I'm going to hit drums. I'm going to push the right cursor to tab into that folder. You can just scroll through it, and if you tap on the pads, you can audition the sound. So this is a kick drum, some bass sample I have, hi-hat, another kick, a snare. So let's load up a kick, a hi-hat, and a snare. So I like this one. So if you push do it, it's going to load that sound into memory. So right now, it's like taking that sound off the hard disk and putting it into your memory platform. So that kick drum is there. So now let's find a snare. I like this one. So I'm going to push do it. I'm going to load that snare into memory. And now you want to find a hi-hat. That hi-hat sounds good. So I'm going to push do it, and it's going to load those 3 drums into memory. Now, let's return back to the main screen. In order to do that, you push the main button. So I tap it. Now I'm back on the main screen. So I'm going to put the kick drum on this pad. Let's put the snare on this pad right here. Just scroll into it. And I'm going to put the hi-hat here. So basically I have all my sounds here, right? Cool, I have all my sounds. Now, what happens if I turn it off and I turn it back on? When it comes back on, everything is going to be gone. It's going to be completely cleared, as you'll see through this demonstration, which I don't really know how necessary it is or not. But as you can see, everything is gone. So if you want to save anything that you have, you need to save it back into your hard disk before you turn off the device. So let's do that again really quick. Drums, let's load up those kicks. Snares, hi-hat. Let's do that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to save it. So in order to save, you push mode, you tap that, and then you push the save pad right here. So we're going to go into save, and it's kind of useless because we're not really saving anything different. It's the same thing, but for sake of demonstration, as you can see here, these are all the samples that I've had loaded into memory, which are the 3 drums that I had. So if you want to save it, basically on the right on this top selection up here, if you push up on the cursor, you're gonna go up in terms of your directory. So I'm back to the root of my hard disk. So let's say I want to save this drum into I don't know, drum breaks or something. Let's save it in there. So all you have to do is make sure the top one is selected, and on the left you'd select which sample you want to save. Let's say I want to save the snare. All you have to do is put do it, and your snare is saved. Now, there are other ways to save things. This is just saving samples, but in terms of understanding the difference between your hard disk and your memory, that's really the point of this video, and loading things from your hard disk. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Next week we're going to be talking about programs, tracks, and sequences, which, you know, at first may seem a little bit confusing, but I can assure you once you get in the hang of it and you get used to looking at it, it'll make a lot of sense. So I'll see you next week.